Hello, John Bloodworth, Gentleman Crafter here with Card Sketch Challenge number 16, and this time it's this thank you card. Now I've got my yellow ink in case I need to ink anything. I've got some dies, some cardstock, and then decorative papers from Craft Consortium. And again, it's a double-sided paper, so I'm getting double use from that single sheet. Right, time to chop up some layers. And while I'm doing this, let me just remind you, of course, you can download the layouts from my website, gentlemancrafter.com. Just head to the home page and find the most recent one. The rest should be under a category or whatever. I'm really not sure. I'm just chopping down the full panel, which is going to go over the entire card. And then that yellow inky layer is going to form a background for the sentiment. I've already cheated a bit and gone ahead and cut my little strips of yellow, just because I thought, whatever. Now, die cutting a square for the sentiment to sit on, and then obviously I need to die cut the sentiment as well. There we go, easy enough, job done, bish bash bosh. Now then, I'm going to ink the edge of this because I thought the white on white was a bit wishy-washy. It's very subtle, you can't necessarily make out a lot of it, but you can in real life. Whatever that is these days. I'm not going to go down the world has gone mad route, because generally when I go down that route, it gets even worse. Oh dear. I wonder if it's just the fact that I'm getting older. I seem to be talking about that a lot lately. I'm 50 next year, and I'm still acting like a 25-year-old. Anyway, I suppose that's something I can be grateful for. Now, on with my layers using the Pinflair bookbinding glue. And for some reason, this yellow layer didn't want to go on straight. So, I took it off and then put it on again. And it still didn't go on straight, but I decided to move on. And you'll notice in a second that these strips didn't want to go in the center, despite me using a gridded ruler. And what I thought was the center. But you know what? This happens. What we have to do is just deal with it and move on. It's just a bit of paper. The other thing that I didn't notice was that the A6 strips that I was using don't obviously convert to inches, so they weren't 6 inches long. But they work because they're uniform in length. So I went with it. Really should have called this one Card Sketch Challenge, the one where I have a tantrum at the end and rip it all up. Do you do that? Do you get to the end of making a card and go, this is not going anywhere, this is not going out in public. I cannot let people see that I've made this. Still, you know what? That's what challenges are for. To challenge us. There you go, there's some groundbreaking psychology for you. Anyway, of course, speaking of getting your designs out in public, don't forget there's a segue. Don't forget I've got a Facebook group where people are sharing their versions of these layouts and the cards that they make. Now, just a few gems just to throw the eye off and draw you away from the fact that nothing is straight or evenly spaced. I'm not sure if it works, but that was my theory. And that pretty much is this week's Card Sketch Challenge done. I look forward to seeing what you make, because it is guaranteed to be better than this. But there we are. There is the card. Thank you for watching.